Since the dawn of civilization, humanity has chased a single impossible dream: immortality. From ancient alchemists and power-hungry emperors to modern billionaires and biotech laboratories, our obsession with living forever has never faded. If anything, it has only intensified. But what if the secret to immortality isn't locked away in some distant future? What if it already exists, hidden in plain sight, swimming quietly through our oceans? Across this planet are animals that simply do not die the way we do. Not from old age, not from disease. Some of them are, for all practical biological purposes, eternal. In the most extreme corners of Earth, there are creatures that outlive empires. Ancient sharks older than Shakespeare, corals that predate recorded history, and jellyfish capable of resetting their own lives. These organisms are living time machines, rewriting one of the most mysterious and poorly understood processes in all of biology: aging itself. The Galapagos tortoises. The world first learned of the Galapagos Islands over 470 years ago when a Dominican friar named Fray Tomás de Berlanga, Bishop of Panama, was blown off course while sailing to Peru. He arrived on March 10, 1535, and his written account became the first recorded description of the islands. He spoke of giant tortoises, harsh terrain, and a near impossibility of finding fresh water, features that still define the Galapagos today. Galapagos giant tortoises routinely live well over a century. Many surpass 150 years. Their slow movements and youthful resilience seem almost contradictory, as though time itself moves differently for them. Ironically, while these animals age at a glacial pace, humans have been equally slow to uncover the secrets behind their longevity. Only in the last decade have we begun to understand what makes them so extraordinary, and the results surprised scientists. In 2022, the most comprehensive study of aging and longevity ever conducted in reptiles and amphibians was published. Led by researchers from Penn State and Northeastern Illinois University, the study analyzed data from 107 populations across 77 species worldwide. The findings were remarkable. Certain animals, particularly tortoises, turtles, crocodilians, and salamanders, displayed extraordinarily low aging rates and dramatically extended lifespans. Importantly, researchers didn't just look at chronological age. They examined biological aging through a process known as senescence, the deterioration of cells and bodily functions over time. One key factor emerged: physical protection. Hard shells and armored bodies appear to slow, or in some cases nearly halt, biological aging. These animals don't escape time, they simply suffer far fewer consequences from it. The study also challenged the long-held assumption that cold-blooded animals age slowly purely because of low metabolism. Instead, it suggested that protective traits play a much larger role. To understand this, consider metabolism. Humans and other warm-blooded animals generate internal heat through inefficient cellular reactions. During respiration, ATP produces energy as heat, which helps maintain stable body temperatures. But this process produces dangerous byproducts known as reactive oxygen species, or ROS. ROS damage DNA and accelerate cellular deterioration. Tortoises, on the other hand, absorb heat from sunlight. Their slower metabolism produces fewer reactive oxygen species, resulting in reduced oxidative stress and longer life. Lonesome George. One tortoise in particular changed everything. Lonesome George was the last known member of his Galapagos subspecies. When he died in 2012, his passing sparked a new wave of research. Scientists at Yale University and the University of Oviedo analyzed George's DNA alongside that of other giant tortoises. What they found was astonishing. These animals possess unique gene variants linked to DNA repair, immune response, and cancer suppression, traits absent in shorter-lived vertebrates. The Greenland shark. From sun-baked islands, we now descend into permanent darkness. Beneath the frozen Arctic waters, where sunlight never reaches and time itself seems suspended, swims a creature older than modern civilization. The Greenland shark is the longest living vertebrate known to science. It moves like a ghost, silent, slow, and ancient. Estimates place its lifespan at 250 to over 500 years. Despite reaching lengths of up to 7 meters, Greenland sharks have remained elusive. For decades, knowledge of them came primarily from historical fishing records. They were harvested for their oil-rich livers until the 1960s. Scientists long suspected these sharks lived extraordinary lives, but they had no way to prove it. Unlike other sharks, Greenland sharks lack hard tissues that form growth rings. Their vertebrae are too soft. Then, in 2016, everything changed. Researchers discovered that proteins inside the shark's eyes form before birth and never degrade. These proteins could be carbon-dated. By examining 28 female sharks, researchers determined that the largest, a 5-meter female, was between 270 and 512 years old. At minimum, she lived over 270 years. Why do they live so long? Once again, metabolism appears central. Black coral, thousands of years old. Now we go deeper and farther back. Off the coast of Hawaii, deep-sea black coral forests grow in eternal darkness. One species, Leopathes anosa, holds the record as the oldest known skeletal accreting marine organism. Carbon dating revealed one colony to be 4,265 years old. Its skeleton grows just 4 micrometers per year, thinner than a human blood cell. The glass sponge. But even that isn't the end. In the Antarctic, giant glass sponges, also known as volcano sponges, may live up to 15,000 years, with some estimates suggesting even longer. These animals sit near the base of the evolutionary tree. They have no nerves, no muscles, no organs, just a slow-moving network of cells. The immortal jellyfish. And finally, true biological immortality. The immortal jellyfish is barely 3 millimeters across, yet it can reverse its entire life cycle. When stressed, it collapses into a cyst and reverts to its juvenile polyp stage, effectively starting life over. This process, called transdifferentiation, allows its cells to reprogram into entirely different forms. In perfect conditions, this cycle can repeat indefinitely. Discovered in 1883, its immortality was only observed in the 1980s. Japanese scientist Shin Kubota has maintained colonies since the 1990s, documenting up to 10 full rejuvenation cycles per individual. Predators still kill them, but age never does.